his life
LeBron James.
Hey, punk.
had been pushed around.
Want to play me one-on-one? And Michael Jordan went back down from no challenge. And neither is
LeBron James.
No matter how hard he tried,
Take a number, Ox, because you're about to be served.
nothing ever changed. Until one night.
Tonight, some lucky fan will get to go one-on-one with Tracy Reynolds for $1,000. Here we go. Section 4, row 14, seat 2.
I got the ticket!
Let's get the show on the road.
Now,
Make me like Mike.
a kid with something to prove
Good luck to you, all right?
I know it was like that.
Yeah, you know it's like that?
is taking his game
Whoa!
How did I do that?
to a whole new level.
Chillax out, little man. Recess is over. Come on, little man. Come on.
And hanging with the big boys.
I guess this would be a bad time for me to ask you for your autograph, huh?
We've got a bigger than usual crowd tonight, and a lot of it is the Knights have a new player, Calvin Cambridge.
I got dogs bigger than that in my house.
Stand your ground.
Calvin Cambridge, you just need to get back to that sandbox where you came from.
You know what fella's good for the moolah.
Make your move.
Kids got game.
And be
You know me. What can y'all do with me?
like Mike. Like Mike.
2018, and where we will live probably for the rest of our lives. The argument about the greatest of all time, which LeBron James relit this week when he was heard by everyone on the latest episode of More Than an Athlete, currently available on ESPN Plus, saying this.
That one right there made me the greatest player of all time.
For
That's
so
what
many
I felt.
reasons.
I was super ecstatic to win one for Cleveland because of the 52-year drought. Like, I was ecstatic. Like, obviously, I showed that the first wave of emotion was when everyone saw me crying. Like, that was all for 52 years of everything in sports going on in Cleveland. And then after I stopped, I was like, that one right there made you the greatest player of all time. Greatest player of all time. Greatest player of all time.
We heard LeBron call himself the greatest player of all time on that More Than an Athlete broadcast. He was talking about how he felt after the 2016 championship. Well, Danny Ainge not only disagrees, he strongly disagrees. Here's what he said about LeBron and a local sports radio show in Boston. Quote, his career's not over. I'd just like to know why he's saying that. I don't know. Maybe he thinks that sells. Maybe he's taking the Donald Trump approach and trying to sell himself. I don't know.
Wow.
Follow that, Scottie Pippen.
That's a tough one to follow. I mean, that's Danny Ainge's opinion.
Right.
And, you know, we all have our opinion. But my problem is more so with LeBron is if you are the greatest player, if people are saying you are the greatest player, or if people are saying Michael Jordan is the greatest player, why do you need to say it?
Right.
Michael Jordan has never, ever said he's the greatest player to ever play the game.
Greatest player of all time. Greatest player of all time.
As it turns out, back in 2009, the GOAT, Michael Jordan, was asked by our pal Michael Wilbon about his place on the all-time list of NBA greatness. And here is what MJ had to say.
I don't want it in a sense because I think it disrespects Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, you know, all the guys that prior to me, I never had a chance to play against. You know, what everybody's saying I am, I never had the chance to compete against other legends that was prior to me. When I hear it, I cringe a little bit because, you know, it's a little bit embarrassing because no one knows, you know. I never had the chance, once again, to play against those guys.
I need one word answer, Chauncey. Greatest
Michael.
of all time. Greatest of all time, Jalen?
Airness.
Greatest of all time?
Unanimous.
Okay, thank you very much. That being said,
Greatest player of all time.
We turn now to our exclusive with LeBron James. Robin went one-on-one with the four-time MVP, NBA champion, and movie star. Yes, talking about his new movie, the reimagined Space Jam. Also talked about raising his family and, of course, his take on the NBA Finals.
Welcome to the Space Jam Reimagined.
What is this? I'm a cartoon?
What's up, Doc?
25 years later, basketball megastar and four-time MVP King James is getting loony with timeless Bugs Bunny and friends. A lot of folks have been waiting for this one, reimagination of a classic, and it has powerful lessons like the first one and a lot of laughs. What was your initial reaction, I want to know, when taking on the film?
I was intimidated because I was 12 years old when the first one came out in '96, and I know what it did for me. I felt that it was the best sports movie I had ever seen up until that point. I grew up watching the Looney Tunes, laughing and crying with those guys, and then I also grew aspiration and inspiration from the great Jordan. I was able to take it on and accept the challenge, and I had a heck of a time doing it. I got this.
LeBron's on a mission. He wants to go coast to coast.
Nostalgic for so many, and a fresh take for a new generation. In his first lead acting role, LeBron takes us on an adventure to save his young son, teaching the power of chasing your dreams.
I think the one thing that people will be surprised about is that it's not a basketball movie. It's like a basketball movie. It's a basketball movie. It's the greatest player of all time. Greatest player of all time. Greatest player of all time.
All right, guys, LeBron's new Space Jam movie comes out today. And while many people are excited to see his take on Michael Jordan's 90s classic, some of the reviews have been not so good. Richard Roper of the Chicago Sun-Times wrote, "I've never seen anything like it. I also hope to never see anything like it again. And I wish I could unsee what I have seen."
It's fucking weird and shitty, and I hate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's go for final verdicts.
2. This gets a 2. This is one of the worst things that I've seen in a very long time. And the only reason it doesn't get the 1 is because it does have a beginning, and then there was no middle, but it has a beginning and an end. And it gets a 2. It's awful. Fucking don't watch this.
That is a fucking 2. Like, this, nothing is memorable from this one. Soundtrack sucks. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this new basketball game they were doing. By halftime, it was like 1,339 to 37
Plus
points.
69 Wile E. Coyote points. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
Was it 69?
Let's say 64.
Because they're doing style points.
I would have
so
said
then it's like 500. But they were
Joe,
down by like
Joe,
1,000.
Just shut up.
Stop it.
Just
stop it.
Nothing matters. There's no agency in the fucking game because they're cheating like hell because it's a fucking video game. The whole fucking point, the tension is completely gone. Because nothing makes any fucking sense.
No.
And the audience gets completely detached from what's happening on screen, and it's just visual diarrhea. I'm sorry, Joe. Go.
What about Snake Lady?
It's a fucking 2. It is a 2 out of 10. And the only reason why it isn't a 1 out of 10 is because there's characters that I like and remember the tunes. The only thing that makes it in there is the fucking tunes and Superman. I was going to get there, Joe.
Nothing.
I was going to get there, Joe, but I was going to do that in the
a Warner Brothers studio store in movie form, and equally as bankrupt Space Jam, A New Legacy doesn't so much celebrate the historic brand's legacy as it exploits it. Peter Travers. Critics will pick on this sequel is what we do when an alleged creative enterprise turns into a corporate ad campaign. Expect no grumbles from the under-13 crowd eager to eyeball LeBron James jamming in cyberspace with cartoon royalty. In the pantheon of misguided sequels and reboots, A New Legacy is right up there with Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 and Little Fockers.
Greatest player of all time.
So
Definitely just chilling in the kitchen, minding my own business, and
I'm getting ready for bed.
this comes walking around.
I'm getting ready for bed. I don't know what y'all on, but this is my night.
Looks like you about to bounce up out of here.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Happy Tuesday. It's a lot of things been going on today. Kind of got me down, so I don't really know, what's going on with me and my energy today. But psych! Y'all know what today is. Today is Taco Tuesday. What does it see? What is it, Miss Courtney? What does it, D? What does it, Sam?
Taco Tuesday.
What is it?
Taco Tuesday.
And the most important one of them all. What is it? I don't know what's wrong with her, but she won't get me down because it is Taco Tuesday. A little spit on the end.